He led defenseman in plus-minus last year, plus 51 for the North Bay Battalion. What a plus-minus stat that is. An excellent season for him.
Is that good? Is that good? Pretty good, eh?
Used to just try to be a plus, period.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus one.
Puck in behind the net. Up along the wall, Wakely can't control. Greentree's going to dish off to the wing now. Castle sauces back to the middle, onto the stick, Millette scores! And the Spitfire.
Hockey League season last weekend with 2 losses, one of them rather large to the Sarnia Sting. Got a little closer against the Guelph Storm in their home opener. We've got a nice little... The Spitfires, and I'm sure the new head coach Jared Smith was looking at that when the schedule came out and thought this was a time to get a few points in the bank.
Roddy Dionizio had stepped up, had a couple of whacks at it there. Now breaking in. There's a chance ripped wide by Jacob Therrien. Comes around for a return. Druce in front of the net. No score. Therrien will leave it up.
We're going to get a look at it as the puck comes around the wall up to the point, and it's just fed right in to Therrien, who's in the middle with a sliding Jodwin coming.
Now also played with Kamoka and the GOJHL. Sat out the first 2 games, and his first chance to lace him up tonight.
Always an exciting time for players to crack this league. It's a tough league to crack. Congratulations to Jack Greenwell on his first OHL game tonight.
Therrien opened the scoring for the Battalion, and he tries to feed it to the front of the net. Onto the wing for Greenwell, or Greentree. He's going to drop for Millette, the goal scorer for the Spitfires. Chipped down the wall. There's Castle. Scored in the opener on Saturday, coming out of the penalty box and broke in all alone. And actually gave the Spitfires a 2-1 lead, but he couldn't get anything after that. Justin Ertl, Dallas Stars pick. They'll get into the line, and they're going to call. And we'll circle back. He's going to gain the line. He'll dive in there. Thought we heard a whistle. We kind of stood up there for a minute, but the play's going to continue on. Procession. Christopoulos off the bench. Let back on here. Therrien's going to whistle one, and Costanza got the blocker on it. There's Cristoforo. He's going to lift it high. Spitfires successful in the first penalty kill. Paul Christopoulos back in behind the net. As we said, a strong season for Paul last year in North Bay, playing well defensively, a plus 51, and his brother Alex, 49 goals for the Windsor Spitfires.
Dylan Wakely has his second of the season.
On a trend the Spitfires want to start. They've played all 3 games and opened the scoring, and all 3 games they've given up the lead. Dish back in over the line. Wakely just scoring there. He sends one wide of the net. Dionizio, the Anaheim pick now, will drive out of the zone for Greentree. Greentree sends one wide of the net. Christopoulos and the forehand, now the backhand. Millette closes in on him. Puck near side for Jodwin. He sends one in on goal. Knocked down there, but right back to the stick of Jodwin. Maturin can't clear. It's going to be the Spitfires' Millette. Backhand watched by Christopoulos all the way back. Moved there by Dionizio. And it's blocked by Wakely. And here come the Battalion back the other way. Ertl. Crisscrossing it over the line. Into space for Romani. Just couldn't get a stick on it. Castle. To the middle. Procession rolling puck. And he just chipped that one wide of the net. Leading here's Castle. Greentree was trying to bust away. He lost an edge. That's going to lead to an icing here. Draw one towards Ertl. He doesn't get a stick on it. Comes outside the zone. He does pinch off his man, though, Greentree. And Dionizio wants to have a talk with him about it. Chase him inside the zone. Ertl's going to continue on. Take a couple of bumps now from Greentree on the other way. Here's Nelson. Rubbed out by Dionizio, and it's going to get to the...
Try to get in the eyes of Costanzo. And jump on some rebounds from those big point shots by Ty Nelson.
Yeah, you go to the front of the net when he shoots. You do that. The kid can hammer it. 5'10". A lot is always made about his size, but he's not let that slow him down. He's going to be our guest coming up here in the first intermission. Gadjevic off a leg. Far side now. Millette on the backhand. Leaves for Castle. Castle dishes right to the Battalion, but Millette gets it back. Castle's got an assist on the goal for the Spitfires into the middle. Underneath. underneath of Robertson, and Greentree was hooked.
A little bit, opened up the wickets a little bit.
Ethan Procession will be in the box for 2 minutes. Down low now. Spitfire step to the front. Abraham trying to slice it underneath, and Robertson reaches back with the left arm.
Yep, that loose puck.
Penalty coming up here. Looks like Greentree might get it. Now, gloves are up, and Christopoulos gave Greentree a punch, and Wakely's in there too. Greentree's been in the middle of the scrubs here in the early going, and now some bad blood early here in this one. You don't see that a whole lot. Here, Robertson. And that power play is over. The Battalion had a quick one there. They're 0 for 3 now on the night. Greentree out of the box. Well, that's going to rim one back around. Robertson couldn't settle it then. Kadjovic now near side for Ty Nelson. Here's Ertl. Leaves for Procession. Back in over the line. Onto the wing for Terrien. Terrien, still a water bug out there, but he's been involved tonight. His goal is first of the year. Back for Terrien. Backhander loose. Costanzo. Watch Procession's backhand go over top of the net. Knocked down by Terrien. In on the play. He's been everywhere tonight. Loose in the middle. Ertl. And Costanzo up to make the save, and they'll score on the rebound. Ethan Procession.
And now lets the power play guys go to work here.
That's Dylan Richter. That was the forward who came in and ran the interference there. Maturin was exiting with the puck. So he'll have the penalty here in the Spitfire's second power play. Unsuccessful in the first. Here's Cristoforo, drop for Dionisio. Dionisio slings it over to Greentree, gains the line. Maturin watches him. Dionisio comes down low to try to work that puck loose. Greentree an assist on the Spitfire goal. He's up to 4 points in the season to lead the Spitfires. Ertl shields that puck nicely. Millette tries to get it back. Now comes loose for Abraham. The Spitfires look to get control and set up. Cristoforo dishes to Dionisio to the middle. Back to Dionisio to the front of the net. Spitfires. Millette couldn't jam it home. He had more time than I think he realized there. Ryan Hutchinson run a little interference on Cristoforo. He'll work his way loose. Dionisio poke checked by Christopoulos. Spitfire's second-year defenseman going to get back up to his forward now. And the Spitfires trying to gain the zone. Now room for Dionisio. He's going to skate into a loose puck. Dionisio from an angle. Robertson down, covered the angles, and the puck gets out. Overall from the Ukraine. He's got 2 goals in his first 3 games. His team lost a lot of offense. Big push to the finals last year and battling Ottawa throughout the year. Not a full reset mode in North Bay, but much like the Spitfires, looking to get things straightened away for this season. Castle to the middle of the ice, doesn't have much room to deal there. Now comes out to center, and Terrien sends Woodall cartwheeling off the puck, and that's going to be...
All year in Coachella Valley, went up in the playoffs. I forget he was injured, scored in the playoffs.
That's right.
For the Kraken in round 2, I want to say. Maybe in the first round when they beat Colorado in 7.
Yeah, I don't think Connor Bedard's going to be giving up that Calder, but he was a dark horse on the article I was reading. Certainly a lot of OHL names up there with Seattle. Woodall here in the near corner, lifted along the wall. Christopoulos move back to the far side. Maturin wide of the net, off the back of the net. Adamovsky comes around and comes all the way out. If you're looking at the story that was back in the summer about the chance of maybe Shane Wright being sent back to junior because he didn't have 20 games last season. He played 19 Ontario Hockey League games. They said that's not going to be an issue, and if need be, he will be sent to Coachella Valley of the AHL or be playing in the NHL. He will not be coming back to the Ontario Hockey League. Maybe that was a little bit of wishful thinking.
So for the fans, if you're of junior age, you're drafted drafted out of the Canadian Hockey League, the CHL, one of the 3 major junior leagues. You either play in the NHL, as per the agreement.
Likely in London. Robertson played 21 games in his rookie season, had a 3.17 goals against average. Poked away there, and now Van Steensel is going to draw a penalty as Cristoforo got that stick up into the gut. 3 minutes to go. Adamovsky bumps Abraham. Kennedy works it out of his own zone, and then will send it around the dasher board. Dionisio on the backhand. Outlet here for Woodall. Near side for Abraham. Can't handle the pass. It's going to go down the ice, and they're going to let that go. Kennedy leaves for Abraham right on his stick, and he takes.
When he's on his game, like you said, you notice him every shift, either puck on his stick, making an offensive play, or getting involved under the skin of the opponent.
Nice move there by Greentree, who's been smothered here tonight, and now
he had an excellent season last year, his first in the Ontario Hockey League.
Eichler knuckles one into the glove. Draw one by the Battalion. Lifted out to center, and just enough of it there. Eichler got a piece to direct it away from Romani. Battalion to the middle of the ice. There's a shot high. And Costanzo just got a piece of that to keep it out. Maturin had jumped up into the play. Back in over the line is Millette. Spitfires to the middle. Christopoulos will take it on the backhand. Can't clear, though. Held in by Dinizio. He dances around to the line. Works his way away from a couple of Battalion. Still holds on to the middle of the ice now. Millette's get a lead for Greentree. Greentree curls and drags right into Roberts. The puck is still loose. Greentree didn't get much on that shot. Spitfires now buzzing in the zone. Here's Dinizio. He gets it poked away by Romani. Eichler there to back him up. But onto the stick of Wakely. He's got a delay as Romani was trying to get back on side. Change now for the Battalion as the Spitfires had them hemmed in there for a spell. Minute and a half to go in the second. Greentree, that's offside, losing an edge there.
Here coming up as they try to get their first points of this young Ontario Hockey League season.
3-3. Battalion of the Spitfires through 40 minutes against the Sioux Greyhounds. I say notice the time because I did not. I was preparing stuff for Saturday afternoon, and then I realized, hey, I got to be at the game. It's a 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
I actually did take a look. My wife was asking me yesterday about juggling some things for Saturday, and then I said, well, no, I'll be good. I'll be home by...
Booth there in that second intermission, and upon further review and the views they had, the Romani goal was kicked in. Maybe not kicked in so much as a deliberate push into the net. He knew they judged he was deliberately putting that puck in with his foot. And that's why they waved that one off. We'll stay at 3-3. Greentree along the wall. Not getting a whole lot of room to skate here tonight. Near side for Dinizio. Dinizio on the power play to the front of it. Millette had to juggle that one. Back to Cristoforo. Slides it far side Abraham. Down low Millette. Dinizio is just roving through the zone, waiting for a loose puck. And Wakely's going to bounce it off the boards and behind Brendan Beretta. First season as an OHL official. Cristoforo sidesteps the first forecheck. Greentree now for Dinizio. Drives wide. Here on the wing for Greentree. Kennedy bouncing puck. Smith back to the point. Cristoforo fakes the shot down low. Greentree wanted to get more on that, and he just fanned on it. Robertson had time to come back for it. Eichler's going to wait and hammer one off a skate of Turley into the far corner. Pazzi dishes off to Kostic out of his reach. That's going to go for an icing. And that.
Well, close call here. Another player came over last year from the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Dinizio at the puck there. Terrian. Cristoforo knocks it down to the backhand. Terrian back out through center. He's played well tonight. Scored the first goal for the Battalion. Here's Dinizio. Takes it on the forehand. Laying a draft pick in his second run through the NHL draft. 5th rounder in 2023. Terrian stood up by Cristoforo. And now Greentree is going to leave there for Castle. Castle back into the line, trying to put it into space for Greentree. And onto the stick of Millette. Millette can't get a shot off. Procession closes on him quickly. It's Maturin. And a penalty coming up. Another one for the Spitfires. Hillary Brennan this time's got her arm in the air. Procession, or rather that's Terrian back towards the front of the net. Castle gets a stick on it.
4 sets of changes up front for the Spitfires on this 2-minute penalty kill as Millette and Greentree come back out. Nice work by the Spitfires. Penalty kill, they're 6 for 6 so far tonight.
Walton's lead pass. Loose in front of it. Robertson has to bail himself. himself out with
more this season. An excellent example there, just getting it.
Christopher lies down low. Abraham right to the front of it. Millette couldn't shovel it home. And now Van Steensel will send it down the length of the ice.
To finish my thought, the Spitfires had a chance early on in that power play, but just an excellent, smart play by Morneau, recognizing you're under opponent's skin, not to go too far. You got them drawn into a penalty, just retreat back and take the power play and worry about things later.
Costanza will leave. 30 seconds is ticked off on the penalty to the forward, Steph Forgione. Well, that's on the right side. Let's get it over that line, gets set up. That's not going to happen this time. Van Steensel will chuck it down the ice.
You could see Morneau thought about going to his backhand through the middle of the ice, thought better of it. Elected to go back down the wall, but good read by the North Bay defender to seal that off. It's always a goal with penalty kill to, if you allow an entry, disrupt them early at the top, shrink the ice.
Spitz unable to get started here, and now Millette's going to take it into his own hands and can't get in a line there. Off to the races and a poke check by Christopoulos.
This has been North Bay's best penalty kill of the night. They've killed off almost $125 here so far, and the puck is about 185 feet away from their own end.
Now the fans start getting restless here as Oliver Pierce going to get Nesbitt. Had that puck roll off his stick. And Millette open on the near side. Here's Christopoulos, the brother Alex, into the corner here. Nesbitt down low. Here's Millette. Cristoforo goes to the front of that. Puck is loose. And Nesbitt from point-blank range gets stopped. And then Millette couldn't lift the rebound over Robertson. It fires. Trying to get the go-ahead goal in this one. And the puck's going to get by Cristoforo, and it's going to go down the ice. Will we get an icing? They're going to wave. No, it's not. Just out of his reach. Turret tries to weave into traffic. Jodwin closes him off, but it's Van Steensel to hold it in. Top of the circle. Oh, Costanza with a toe save through traffic.
Wow, it looks like he picked that up late.
Greentree. Greentree with a break. Backhander stopped by Robertson. Big stop late. Robertson kicked.
As it was close, you could just see by how he reacted. So both goaltenders doing what they can at both ends of the ice to give their team a chance to win this thing.
Loose to the side of that. Set in front. And did Robertson get a piece of it? That one stays out.
Greentree again.
Castle right on Robertson, bailing out the battalion now. Spitfires looking for the go-ahead marker. Back to the point. Dionisio feathers one over to Millette. Millette turns away from Wakely. That's going to be a penalty. And a late power play coming up. The Spitfires still control. Now they'll touch.
And Cristoforo's angry. Watch the last 10 minutes or so of this game.
Back to the point. Cristoforo, Greentree. They tossed around. Dionisio scores! Power play marker! And Dionisio.
Off the draw, they work this up top to the triangle. And it's...
That stick remains just inside the blue line. Kostachin over the line. Jodwin down to a knee. Just broke it up enough. Abraham punches it to the far side. Cristoforo just lofting it down the ice. That's going to be an icing. That's not what he wanted to do. 16 years in the league, he's seen it all. Puck comes out to center. Settling that rolling puck down is Ty Nelson. Kadjovic here on the near side. Robertson stays in the crease up the middle. Wakely, who took that penalty, leaves there for Van Steensel will score. Romani evens it at 4.
The power play, they've been feeding him pucks over on that far side. See, this time he comes over. He's on the opposite side.
5. I was about to say Robertson edging out of the crease. Didn't have to. That was a 5-on-5 goal. What do we have in store here? 1:46 to go. Tipped by the Spitfires at neutral ice. No, they didn't. Morneau says, I got it. 42 to go. Tied at 4. Spitfires have grabbed the lead. 4-3 and a power play as Nelson hums one just wide of the net. Diving. Morneau can't clear. Here's Carson Woodall. Takes it on the forehand. Gets it ahead for Greentree. Greentree's had his opportunities. A couple of assists tonight. Amidovsky back to Nelson. Nelson headmans to Kostic up the middle. Right up the gut. His shot rattles around the glove of Costanzo. And now Dionisio. The puck comes loose, and he's going to skate it out of his own zone. delays in for Greentree. Greentree's going to leave there for Pierre. Pierre's going to sauce it far side. Left there for Abraham. He can't do anything with it. 1 minute to go in the game. Side at 4. Pierre. The Turin. Long dump in. That's going to be waved off. And Steenzel got there first. Here's Millette, 6 seconds left. Is that enough time? 5, 4, now in over the line, and the fans want a shot. It's not going to happen. And we're going to go to some 3-on-3. This has been a good Spitfires 0-2, 0-0. And here we go. 3-on-3 hockey. See a lot of possession here, and you want to control that puck. Nelson onto the wing for Erdl. Charging to the net is Wakely, and he gets a piece of it just wide as Abraham struggled to keep up to him there as he busted it in from center. And now they'll retreat, and they'll try it again. Erdl, be careful there. Abraham overskates it. Now here comes Wakely. 1-on-2. He's got another one back. Abraham's late to get back into the play. Odd man rush here for the battalion. Nelson knocked down. Here's a chance. Abraham from center, a breakaway to win.